stranger, stranger than both. The mention of the word conspiracy is sometimes enough to shift the trajectory of a debate for almost anything. Yet, conspiracy theories have been around for a long time, and some are as bizarre sounding as it gets. From claims of cloned celebrities and fake deaths to disputes over the occurrence of events in history, such as the moon landing and the Holocaust, we've come across baffling theories for sure. Some have been proven to hold some truth over time, and others remain debatable. In this article, we take a look back at some of the conspiracies that remain a topic for some hot debates, and newer ones from recent happenings. Okay. The first popular conspiracy is the moon landing was faked. When NASA landed astronauts on the moon in 1969, the event was televised. The first moon landing mission by Apollo 11 was hailed as a remarkable achievement for man. But soon enough, skeptics began spawning theories to discredit the event. This event has been a matter of debate, and several documentaries have been made to debunk whether it was all a hoax. So could it be that the giant leap of mankind was the greatest hoax of the 20th century? 60 Minutes Australia hosted Bart Zibrel, an American conspiracy theorist. He is known for his work that supports the idea that the Apollo moon landings were staged. His methods of contacting information, including cornering officials, asking them to swear on the Bible, have been termed unconventional. While his theories have been debunked, many Americans still believe that the government lied. NASA has never given. I'm sorry guys, I had to cut because I was hearing some kind of like bug slam into the window and it was driving me crazy. So I did turn on the AC unit. It is a bit annoying, but I promise it's less annoying hearing the bug slam against my window. I never really record at night, so I'm not used to it, but go back to the conspiracy. Okay. Let's see. Some think it would be below them to do so. Their responding would give credibility to the claims. However, this is only strengthening the conspiracy theorist beliefs that if NASA cannot comprehensively respond, then indeed it is a lie. My mic isn't plugged in. Okay. Oopsie. It's just me. Unfiltered, you guys know. I'm sorry. Okay. We don't do many cuts around here, do we? Okay. So my opinion about the moon landing was fake. I don't think that it was fake. I think that they probably had a backup video that they filmed if it didn't work out. But I don't think that it was fake, kind of like in that movie, in that space movie with Scarlett Johansson. That nobody watched but me, apparently. But okay. Number two. President JFK was assassinated by the CIA. President John F. Kennedy met his tragic death in November 1963 in a Dallas motorcade. His assassination is one of the most dramatic turns in America's history. Conspiracies surround it. He was fatally shot, and Lee Harvey Oswald was arrested and killed during transit 2 days later. Conspiracy theories have, however, alleged that Harvey Oswald may have just been a scapegoat, that he did not act alone. These claims have been a source of several publications, and some indeed believe that the whole thing was an inside job by the CIA. The reason here is that the killing was in retaliation for the failed invasion to overthrow then Cuban leader Fidel Castro. others have suggested other culprits, including Fidel Castro's government, organized crime groups, and Vice President Lyndon Johnson, despite the Warren Commission report finding no evidence of the theories. They still abound. Number 3. The 9/11 attacks were an inside job. The tragic events of September 11th, 2001, saw nearly 3,000 people lose their lives in a series of terrorist attacks. 2 planes hit the Twin Towers in New York City. One struck the Pentagon in Washington, D.C., and another in a field outside Shanksville. It is reckoned as one of the most devastating attacks in American soil in history. This event has been subjected to conspiracies too, and several theories have been advanced. One of the most common is the claim that President George W. Bush's administration had intelligence about it but still let it happen. The reason often cited is that the administration wanted to go to war in Afghanistan and Iraq because of oil deposits. Another reason given for the inside job claim is that the towers could only have collapsed the way they did due to controlled demolition. This claim has been dismissed. Then there's the theory that the Pentagon was not hit by a plane, but by a missile. Number 4. Princess Diana's death was a planned accident. We're going to take a Reddit break after number 5. There's no doubt that Princess Diana was a darling to the masses, and the circumstances surrounding her death remain one of the most contested. August 31st, 1997 was the unfortunate day that saw the vehicle she was in a crash at a Paris highway tunnel. A few hours later, the breaking news took the world by storm. The very idea that such a high-profile figure could be killed in such circumstances was shocking, and theories to explain her death began to swirl almost immediately. Dodi Al-Fayed, Diana's lover at the time, was also killed in the crash. His father, an Egyptian businessman, Mohammed Al-Fayed, claimed that the accident was an assassination ordered by the royal family. He alleged that Princess Diana was pregnant with his son's child, and that the idea did not sit well with the royal family. He stated that they could not accept that an Egyptian Muslim would eventually be the stepfather of the future King of England. Mohammed's claims were, however, dismissed by a 2006 inquiry as baseless. The post-mortem examination did not reveal any signs of pregnancy either. Another common claim is that her treatment after the accident was deliberately sabotaged. This is mainly linked to the fact that she was treated at the scene rather than being rushed to the hospital. I've always thought that that's really weird. Really weird every time I've heard about it. 2008, the coroner's jury concluded that the accident was a result of a drunken driver's negligence in pursuit of paparazzi, dismissing all other claims. Number 5. Vaccines are designed for mass control. Although conspiracy theories about vaccines gained particular prominence with the COVID-19 pandemic, they have been there for years. Vaccine skeptics have advanced several theories claiming they are harmful. These have often been debunked by scientists. From claims that vaccines cause autism or contain harmful chemicals, to propositions that they are used by governments to control question that sounds crazy. For years, my husband has watched YouTube videos on his phone to fall asleep. The videos are always the same ones. Oh, I was looking to see if that was the moon or the light, and it was the light. Bros playing whatever video games he's currently interested in, Critical Role or Jiu-Jitsu matches. When the video ends, a simpler one begins. He's been doing this for at least a decade. For the past 3 nights, he's fallen asleep watching a video, and woken up in the middle of the night to a video of a Muslim man speaking Arabic. The English titles are about how to become a Muslim, and things like the Fists of Allah. We have nothing against Muslims, or people of any faith, but we have no desire to become Muslim. We have never searched anything remotely related to this, for the algorithm to think we would. We can't recreate it when we're awake. It's only happening when we're asleep. After a decade, it's only started happening now. Normally we'd shrug it off and think, that's weird. But in this political climate, with people getting disappeared with no due process, we're getting increasingly scared that it's some kind of dodge deepfake. They figured out a way to plant things on people's phones so they can spirit them away. This seems very far-fetched, honestly. Somebody said it's far more likely that your husband inadvertently touched the screen after falling asleep, therefore selecting random video. The autoplay feature took things from there. Yeah, that's what I think. I feel like that is a bit crazy. It's a bit crazy. Let's see. I don't really want to get into anything with the political climate right now. So this is kind of hard. But okay. The Mandela effect. I saw a video on Instagram a couple days ago, and it talked about how the Mandela effect could really just be a ploy used by the government in order to see how much stuff they can change without the public knowing. Does anyone agree with this or have evidence as to what they might have been changed that they know for certain? Used to be in a different way. Kind of was reminded by the fruit of the loom. I saw a post on. I don't know. A lot of people have a lot of Mandela effects that they really remember, and I'm really not one of those people. I don't really remember any. So I don't know. Oh, this one's kind of interesting. Has anyone else been creeped out that the Back to the Future Part 2 so accurately predicted the idea of Trump? The rise of Trump. It's actually been confirmed that the evil Biff character was modeled after Donald Trump, but the accuracy in everything, including him having a trophy wife. Rich people are gonna have a trophy wife. I wouldn't say that that's a conspiracy. I'd say that that's a conspiracy. Okay. I fully believe that every big issue can all root back to COVID. I've seen a ton of people online, in real life, and in between conversations with others, all mention that 2019 seemed to be the last year where living felt like living. Obviously, they mean in reference to COVID happening. However, I've seriously thought about it, and the biggest reason I can say that there's a ton of issues politically, emotionally, socially, etc., between all of us, is because of COVID. During COVID, we became super isolated. It was as if our entire life was just suddenly put on pause, or rather caged. Felt as if our entire life was ending. For a ton of people, it actually was. Before COVID, we felt more free in a ton of ways. We could go in public without the fear, possibly dying from every person you was truly beginning to hit. Everyone went into a panic, some truly believing that it was the end of the world. Remember the whole toilet paper craze over canned food? Definitely mass hysteria. But it was worldwide. When COVID truly hit, we became scared of even going outside. We became scared of every person we interacted with. We even worried about the people within our own home. That's just one reason why everyone became incredibly disconnected from literally everyone. We were completely isolated, completely isolated. Our phones seemed to be the only sort of connection with anyone. Humans are known social animals. We cannot live 100% alone our entire lives without drastic effects, mentally and even physically. And everyone knows about the countless studies about how bad phone or just technological addictions in general are. Currently, it's heavily advised to reduce screen time in our lives, but before it seemed like it would be even more stressful if we didn't have screen time. Obviously not seriously, but if the internet seemed to be the only way of connection with other people, or even media during lockdown/quarantine, then how could it be completely alone without any stimuli, apart from the everyday people and objects you encounter within your home? It would eventually be like our brains were melting. But that moves on to my next point. Everyone became disconnected so intensely that it wouldn't have been possible to feel such a thing before. Of course, you could isolate one person entirely, or even a few, but the whole Earth was unlike anything anyone had ever experienced that was currently living, to even multiple generations before us. We had basically created such a normalized feeling of collective connection that when COVID hit, it 100% changed our brains. Because globally, everyone was suffering from this disconnect. That doesn't even touch on what the other collective issues everyone experienced emotionally. But essentially, it all affected us. That will 100% change us emotionally. It even caused identity change, or rather discovery with a lot of people. Whether or not people disagree with this, our emotions definitely rule our lives in the end. With a change that big in that area, it'll definitely change the trajectory of our future. Agree and disagree. Agree and disagree with that. Let's see. Okay. Let's go back. There was also how interesting our next conspiracy on the actual list is about COVID. Ooh, scary. If a global event ever spawned conspiracy theories to such insane levels, it has to be the COVID-19 pandemic. The daily death scores, complete lockdowns of cities and even countries, worldwide panic, severe economic hardship took the world by storm in 2020. As governments span into action to mitigate the effects, conspiracies took center stage among the masses. To begin with, the virus was alleged by some to have been manufactured in a lab in China for use as a bioweapon. Then US President Trump is cited to have even called it a Chinese virus. The origin of the virus remains one of the most debated topics to date, as death tolls rolls to ridiculously high levels. Some accuse the doctors of lying about COVID-related deaths, and even the media for sparking fear. Vaccination was the other big source of these theories. Some blatantly refused to take the COVID-19 vaccine, claiming a suspicious agenda to alter DNA, control the masses. Some also claimed the vaccines contained microchips to track people. Did I mention the oddest one yet on 5G technology? According to the COVID-19 5G conspiracy, the electromagnetic frequencies from cell phone towers 7. Aliens are being harbored in Area 51. Area 51. Area 51. Area 51 is a highly classified U.S. military base located in the high desert. It has become a hotspot for conspiracy theories, especially on aliens and UFO sightings. Perhaps the fact that the facility is quite classified offers some breeding ground for such claims. A popular claim is that aliens from an accidental crash that landed on Earth are being hidden in the desert for testing and experimentation. In 2017, the Pentagon officially stated that the U.S. government was not collecting or analyzing anything that could pose a threat to national security or aerospace. Nonetheless, whatever goes on in Area 51 remains shrouded mystery. I believe in aliens, but I don't believe that they're in Area 51. I don't. I feel like if the government did have aliens, we wouldn't know anything about it at all, you know. Okay. Number 8. The New World Order conspiracy. There's nothing like government control conspiracy theory. The New World Order conspiracy hypothesizes a totalitarian world government takeover in the near future. It is actually a series of several theories that somehow lead to the same conclusion, that there is one big elite group that runs the world behind the scenes. This group is allegedly planning a centralized world government with negative intentions, according to theorists. The term itself is also used in the global governance discourse concerning significant restructuring of the world system. Number 9. Tupac might still be alive. I actually have a not funny, but interesting thing to add with this specific conspiracy. My best friend's dad was actually where Tupac was the day that he died. Who killed Tupac? Better yet, is Tupac dead? The renowned American rapper has been the subject of the wildest conspiracy theories since his untimely death in September 1996. Most of the theories are quite speculative, but they have surely captured the imaginations of fans and conspiracy theorists alike. Perhaps the most common one is the claim that Tupac faked his death to escape from his legal woes, despite official reports and eyewitnesses confirming that he was indeed killed in a drive-by shooting in Las Vegas. Proponents of this theory remain doubtful. Some point to the lack of a definitive autopsy photo, the fact that he was cremated a day after his death. The fake death theory is also linked to his Machiavellian alter ego, Italian philosopher, who proposed faking one's death to achieve a greater goal. The other theory is that Tupac fled to Cuba after his fake death. However, no credible evidence has been adduced in this support of both. I feel like if he actually was alive, someone would have seen him. So I don't think so. Number 10. A reptilian elite runs world governments. This is pretty crazy. I don't believe in this. It's just for fun. The lizard people conspiracy theory claims that there is a secret reptilian humanoid population running world governments. You've probably seen some videos alleging that a celebrity or some popular leader was caught shape-shifting. Whether these are edited or real remains debatable. The idea of reptilians was made popular by David Icke, an English conspiracy theorist who believes that these reptilian shape-shifting guys are infiltrating governments and controlling world systems. The creatures are products of extraterrestrial beings interbreeding with the human population. the royal family are shapeshifters. Others have alleged that celebrities are not real humans either. All I'm imagining is the reptile man from the Amazing Spider-Man. As bizarre as it gets. This idea has been linked to the New World Order theories and the Illuminati. I don't believe in the Illuminati. Some believers of the idea have done some real damage too, such as murdering people they thought were reptilians. This one actually kind of freaks me out. Number 11 actually kind of freaks me out, so I'm going to get through it quick. We are living in the Matrix. From movie quotes to song lyrics, the idea that we're living in a real-life simulation is not new at all. It has been explored in science fiction severely. Some people are convinced it could be true. P.S. Check out the movie The Matrix if you haven't yet. This theory is linked to the absurd coincidence in events that occur whenever there's a glitch. Matrix. The Fermi paradox questions why we have not encountered evidence of extraterrestrial life. Those propagating that we are in a simulation suggest that the simulators have intentionally hidden such evidence from us. The lack of concrete scientific evidence, however, puts this theory to rest. The philosophical implications, such as the idea of reality, the meaning of life, also contest this theory. Number 12. The government is spying on its citizens. This is a rather popular one and has been around for many years. Unwarranted collection of citizenry data by government agents has driven many to consider that there is a sinister plan behind the spying. One of the most famous examples of the government spying is the NSA's PRISM program, which was revealed in 2013 by Edward Snowden. PRISM was a program that allowed the NSA to collect metadata for phone calls and emails of millions of Americans without a warrant. The thing is, people get really freaked out about this, but you have to think every time you accept cookies on a website, anything, it's all being analyzed, the data. So I don't think it's some devious plot. I think that it's just some way to sell you more stuff, honestly. To show you here's if I'm looking up, I don't know, I want a bike. And when I'm talking about it I want a bike and I'm looking at websites looking at bikes, of course there's going to be ads for bikes that I'm going to see whenever I open up my computer next, you know. Okay. The NSA has also been accused of spying on other countries, including allies. In 2013, it was revealed that the NSA had been spying on the German government. The government has defended its spying programs, arguing that they are necessary to protect national security. However, critics of the programs argue that they violate the privacy of Americans, that they are not effective in preventing terrorism. The theory remains a complex one, since evidence to support and refute it exists. Number 13. The Earth is flat. Is the Earth flat or a sphere? Some don't even care, but flat Earth conspiracy theorists have been adamant in their position that the Earth is flat, a circular disc with a wall of ice surrounding its edges. The theory began in ancient times, but is still propagated to some to date. Received a modern revival in the 50s by the Flat Earth Society in Britain. It is bizarre, given astronauts have since gone to space and seen the blue, round marble that is Earth. This just reminds me of Millie Bobby Brown. Millie Bobby Brown. Just reminds me of Millie Bobby Brown. Okay. Number 14. Chemtrails are poisoning us. You've probably seen the thin cloud-like tracks sometimes left behind by planes in the air. These are condensed water vapor droplets called conspiracies. engineering, or even weather manipulation. These claims have been dismissed in various scientific studies. Conspiracy theories are not convinced. Number 15. Medicine corporations are hiding real cures. Still the malls are driving me crazy. Big pharma conspiracy theories are no less popular on the internet. Health is a critical issue worldwide. Theories that accuse medicine corporations of sabotage, controlling the masses, and exploiting disease for profits abound. Some Americans believe that the Food and Drug Administration is suppressing natural cures for terminal illnesses such as cancer for profit. Could believe that. Many natural drug promoters also accuse the food and nutrition systems for pushing for unhealthy diets to make populations sick in the long run. One of the well-known natural health promoters is Kevin Trudeau. He authored the controversial book Natural Cures They Don't Want You to Know About, and was convicted of fraud in 2013 for false infomercials. His legal woes were seen by some of his audience as targeted. I mean, I definitely think that is something that is true. That is something that is true. You look into any grocery store, there are just so many chemicals in all the food that are just not in any other countries. And I try to be a clean eater most of the time. My mom is she was super into clean eating in my childhood. She was a bit of a almond mom. And I really resented her at the time, but I really do get it now. Obviously, I don't eat like that all of the time. I'll be known to have a sweet treat or two. Or like today, I went out and got chicken tenders because it was my best friend's birthday. But I try to eat organic most of the time, whenever I can. And I do think that it does make me feel better, feel better. And I think a lot of Americans would feel a lot better if they ate less processed food and more fruits and veggies. I'm not much of a veggie eater, but I am a pretty big fruit eater. Okay. Actually, I think I'm about to make a big bowl of strawberries after I wrap this up. Because I want something a little refreshing